In the case of work as a carer for seniors, we can look at thresholds related to the work performed in two aspects. The first one is internal predisposition of the senior carer, his or her personality, soft skills, and professional knowledge, which he or she has, and the correlation of these factors with the requirements of the workplace. The second one is psychosocial conditions present in the work environment. Stress load at work as a carer may arise as a result of mismatching individual characteristics of the caregiver to the type of the work performed. In the case of personality, this will be a personality pattern A, characterized by high level of stress caused by the time pressure, a tendency to competitive behavior, a high level of ambition, aggressiveness, and hostility towards others.
The senior carer is under a stress load because he or she often doesn't see the results of his or her work. The person we care for, putting a lot of effort and commitment into it, instead of feeling better, is in fact getting weaker. We must be prepared for the slow passing away of the senior, for assisting in dying, and for the death of the person we looked after. We have to be able to deal with it. So let's enjoy every day when you can still go out together for a walk, when an elderly person talks, eats and drinks by him or herself.
The emergence of threat to the psychosocial level is a reflection of working conditions of the senior carer, which require from him or her creativity, availability, flexibility, flexible working hours, increased concentration to perform many tasks in a short period of time. Feeling overloaded with work, overloading duties, not keeping up with the new products, resisting to constant change, insecurity of employment, these are the common feelings of carer of seniors. The psychosocial factors affecting the stress load at work of a senior carer include quantitative overload, when there is too much work, significant physical exertion, unexpected tasks, work in a hurry, work under pressure, constant availability.
Qualitative overload, when work is too difficult, lack of preparation for the implementation of entrusted duties, a responsibility for others, financial liability, moral dilemmas, the need to choose the lesser evil, making decisions at risk of serious consequences for the senior, the need for constant vigilance.
The third one is qualitative or underload, when work is repetitive or too easy, performing simple repetitive activities, work below the qualifications. The fourth one, lack of control over work, when there is no impact on the work performed, low level of sense of control over the work performed, lack of participation or little participation in making decisions, inability to decide on the manner and pace of work, performing duties in unchanging working schedule, no possibility to leave workplace in case of emergency, improper communication flow. The fifth one, unclear scope of duties. If it is not known what are the actual responsibilities, ignorance of the scope of activities, scope of responsibilities overlapping with others, lack of knowledge about how to perform work. The sixth one is the role conflict. And when work does not allow to perform other duties or fulfill other needs, inconsistent, conflicting requirements of superiors, conflicting expectations on the part of superior and client, making continuous compromises, the impact of work on family life, meaning the need for constant availability, low prestige of the type of work or profession in society, lack of development and promotion opportunities, work below aspirations. The seventh, lack of support, when supervisors and colleagues do not provide help, conflicts between colleagues, loneliness, isolation of employees, assistance is insufficient and granted too late or at all, difficult contact with supervisors, unfair assessment and treatment of employees, lack of information, resources, devices needed for work, physical and psychological violence in the workplace, meaning threats, humiliation, threatening, dismissal. The 8th one, physical working conditions. When it is dangerous at work, work in noise, work at too high temperatures, sensation of unpleasant smell. Each senior carer should prepare an individual list of stressful situations that are difficult for him or her and require prevention. Let's follow to the next video. We'll talk about methods of coping with stress.